So, if you didn't know, it was my birthday. So a couple of weeks ago it was actually my birthday. I did actually vlog about it, so just in case you want to see what we actually got up to. One thing we actually did, we actually went to see my dad, so that was quite nice obviously to go see him. We actually went to a concert which was nice, which we actually booked last year. I almost forgot about it. Then Reubens did my hair, so I did actually vlog about that as well. For my actual birthday, Reubens actually did me a treasure hunt, which I'd never done before, so it was really fun. So he actually got me these actually cards here. So he actually wrote down little clues as to where things were going to be around the house, and it was really fun to do. So that's what we actually did present wise. Then obviously got a cake, and then I borrowed my mum's house to have like a party with all my friends. So like I said, that was in my vlog. Now what I'm going to show you is obviously what I got for my birthday. In no way is this a flex. I would hate for anyone to think that I wanted to show off what I got. I am very grateful for what I did actually get from my friends and my family, so I just wanted to show you guys just in case if you've got anyone's birthdays coming up, or if you just want to see what kind of things I got. Obviously I did show some of it in the vlog, because obviously while I was going around opening it I did actually show some of it, but this is obviously a little bit more in depth with it. There is a kind of theme. I wanted like a Little Mermaid theme, just because obviously the new live action film is coming out at the end of the month, so I kind of thought, oh, there'll be some merchandise for that out, so I kind of like asked for, say, Little Mermaid stuff. But yeah, let's just get into this. So not really in any particular order, but the first thing I'm going to show is what my friends got me. So I got my stuff from my friends, stuff from my family, and then obviously stuff from Reubens. So like I said, no particular order. I'm just going to grab a few bags. So the first thing I've got here is what my friend Sandra and her husband Andrew. Now one thing I want to do, which obviously is going to be my next vlog, is me organising, because a lot of the stuff I do actually want to put around the house. So that's definitely one thing that I'm going to be doing, especially with things like this, because she kindly actually got me a jewellery box, and I also want to make sure I can actually have it at home. Oh, before I forget, not everything in this is Disney, because if you know me, though I do love Disney, I do like other stuff as well, so I forgot to say that some of this stuff just might not be Disney. But this is such a pretty jewellery box, and I've been actually meaning to get something like this, just on the basis that I am starting to get a lot more jewellery, which obviously I'll show later as well. And then obviously this bit comes out, so obviously I can put my my bracelets in there. I've got some necklaces. I can put my watch in here, which is good, because at the moment I actually put mine on a trinket dish, and I'm like, okay, it's fine, but it can actually get scratched the more I put it on there, because I do actually wear my jewellery quite often. And then she kindly also got me this keyring as well. So it just says chance made us colleagues, but the fun and laughter we share made us friends, which is really sentimental to us, because not to get into this, but me and Sandra actually lost a really close friend back in the new year, so something like this was really meaningful to me. So I'm really grateful to have something like this from Sandra, because we both did actually go through something. That's one reason I had to stop YouTube for a bit, but like I said, that's another story. And then the next things, like I said, I'm just gonna dive into these, just because it's kind of a little bit all over the place, so it might be a little bit out of order, just because obviously at my party when people give me presents, I just put it in a bag. Obviously I just brought the bag home, and I'm just going to go through it. So yeah, like I said, it's a little bit out of order. So this one I actually got from my friends Abby and Jasmine. Fun fact, Jasmine's actually named after Princess Jasmine. So it was quite nice, because I don't actually see Jazz that often, because where she's gone to uni I don't actually see her, but hopefully I'll be seeing more in the summer. Now something like this, like I said, I really wanted. So like I said, it is Little Mermaid theme. I have seen other ones of these with the Funko Pops. It's almost like they're creating the VHS version, which for me is my era, and I just really love the idea of obviously having a Funko Pop with it. So this one does actually say Amazon exclusive. Obviously a lot of this stuff I won't know the prices for, so I know some of the places things came from, either like Pandora, Disney Store, or Amazon, so I do know where some of the stuff comes from, but unfortunately I won't know everything. But that's kind of the main places I would say will probably like be the best place to get from. So I did actually get some chocolates. Again, I'm just going to have to go through some of these really quickly. So I did actually get some sweets and chocolate. So some of these are thrown in. So some of these were from my friends, but I also got some of these from Reubens' family as well. I just now remembered I actually have one thing downstairs because I actually started to eat it. It's very similar to this one, but it's a bigger version. So yeah, and I actually got these, so I'm going to share these with Reuben because some of these actually have sea salt, and unfortunately I can't have sea salt, so I'm going to share these with Reuben, so I don't think he'll complain. And then I also got these as well, which I love, dusted truffles. That's one of my favourite things, so obviously my friends do know me quite well. What else do I have? Oh, I'm disappointed I didn't actually get these out, but my friend Karen actually got me some bubbles. So I do actually love bubbles because I did actually have some from my mum. I think it might have been last Christmas or the Christmas before, I'm trying to remember. I think it might have been 2 Christmases ago where she actually got me some Disney ones, and because she's got a big garden I was literally playing with them in the garden, and I kind of just like forgot about these, so unfortunately she gave them to me. I was like, you know, put them in the bag and I was supposed to come back to them later and I forgot, so I might do that at a later stage. And then the girls from work who actually got me this, they actually got me this mug, and funny enough, they kind of got me this mug thinking, oh, it'd be great for like a brown in a mug. And I was like, oh yeah, because we actually do brown in mugs in the microwave. So then I had to double check to make sure it could actually be suitable, and luckily it is, but at the time they didn't think about that, so they were like, so it was kind of funny to be like, oh yeah, no, it's microwave for safe. And I'm like, yeah, we knew that, we planned that all along. But it's only because it's a nice big mug. It does have Winnie the Pooh on there as well, so obviously being a Disney one. But yeah, so it was just kind of funny how they pretended that they thought it was obviously microwavable safe. At the time they wasn't sure. But yeah, it was just funny like to see their faces. They'd be like, oh yeah, it's fine, I can use that. If not, I'd always use it for something else. There's always other things I can use mugs for, so it would never go to waste. So another bag I got. So we just have a look. Oh yeah, so my friend James, so his son came, Charlie, and his sister came as well, Eleanor. She kind of jokingly said that she had some stuff that she wanted to get rid of. She kind of joked, being like, oh yeah, I just thought as a birthday present I give these to you. So one of them, which I don't actually have any of these, but I do have the smaller version, so like the mystery mini version. So the first one is the Aladdin one, and it's really cute because it does actually have a boo on there as well. So I love the fact that that's still intact, and it's obviously still in good condition as well. Because since she was like, oh yeah, I just wanted to get rid of some stuff, so it was quite nice the fact that you know, she thought of me and thought, oh, you know, she'd donate it to the shrine, that kind of thing. But yes, like I said, so I do have I say that the mystery mini version of this, but I don't have a lot in this particular range, so that's quite nice to get that one. But then she also got me this one as well, which I thought, this is amazing, just on the basis I don't have a lot of like villain stuff, so I just thought it'd be great when it comes to like Halloween, or if I do like a villains video for you guys. The only thing we kind of joked about was the fact that I think his hands are supposed to be on his hips like this, but the fact that his hands keep going like that, so we're like, what is he doing, like what's that pose? But again, I just thought that was good condition. So like I said, I do say to my friends if they want to donate anything to the shrine, obviously they go to a good time, obviously they would know that as well. And then another thing I got was some more truffles. Like I said, they just know me so well. Like for me, this is my favorite thing. One other thing that Eleanor gave me was actually these ears here. So I do have very similar ones that I got for Christmas, but they were from eBay, but originally I think they're from the parks. So she actually gave me these as well, which is almost like gingerbread ones, are very similar to the other ones. So it's nice now that I've got 2 versions of similar ones. But yeah, so that was another thing she got, so I didn't even see. Kind of forgot about that. Oh, and saying that, I even forgot about these because it was right at the bottom. So I do have a few of these, but I don't have that many. Are these little characters here. So these are sort of pencil top toppers. Now at the time when she gave them to me, I was like, I don't think I've got any of these. I've not had a proper look in the shrine to know, but I have a feeling that I don't have these ones, because like I said, I do have a few. Oh yeah, I was supposed to have a few, but I don't think I've got these particular characters, and I don't think I've got, say, the glitter ones, that kind of thing. So I thought that would be good having the shrine. But at the time she was like, oh, I don't know if you've got them, and I was like, yeah, me neither. I can't actually think if I've got them or not. So another thing I got was quite a few Pandora things. So these are things I did actually request. So people were like, oh, what to get me? I was like, well, there are a few Pandora Disney stuff that I wanted. Some of this I actually got money, so I was actually able to get them myself, whereas other ones my friends actually got me. So the first one is the Rapunzel ones. So this is another one that Abby got me, so I just kept it all in the Pandora ones, because for me, I want to get more Disney ones, but as obviously Pandora is thing is obviously as like a remembrance to people. Me and Abby have actually been through a lot as well this year, so and her favourite character is actually Rapunzel, so I thought that was perfect to go obviously on my bracelet. So that's the one I got from Abby. My friend G, she actually got me the Simba one. So if you know me, Lion King is my favourite, so it was really nice for her to actually get me this one, because I do actually have a bracelet which is primarily going to be my Disney one. So I want to obviously have more characters for that, so that's why I wanted that one. So I'm grateful for that. So my dad actually gave me money, so what I did actually get, because I already had two on here, so one that I actually wanted to get was the Little Mermaid one, like I said, because it was like a Little Mermaid themed birthday. So I just thought, oh, obviously if my dad's going to give me money, one thing I'd actually get is this bangle. So I actually got the bangle to put all my Disney ones on there, and then like I said, then I did actually buy the Ariel one, so we'll eventually put the other two on here as well. I already had the pumpkin one, so that's the pumpkin Mickey. I already had that one, and then I already had the Cinderella one as well. So yeah, so like I said, so I'm going to try and make this more of my Disney ones, so there are other ones in the future I do want to get. But like I said, yeah, because my dad gave me money, I thought, oh, I'll buy the bracelet and then obviously that charm. But then another thing that I got as well, which Ruben actually helped me pick out, was actually this one here. So Pandora do this thing where they call it an O pendant. So they do actually have a Mickey Mouse version of the O pendant. So basically it means that you can obviously have it as an actual pendant on a necklace, or you can obviously put charms on her as well. So like I said, so Ruben actually helped pick this one out for me, because there was a few different ones I wanted to go actually on the O pendant, but the good thing is I can swap them out. So I may put, say, the Rapunzel one on there at one point, I might put the Simba one on there as well, so I might swap them out. But I did actually get the Remy one, because when I asked Ruben, I was like, oh, what one should I put on the O pendant? He was like, well, you know, we love Ratatouille, obviously we've got matching tattoos of Ratatouille, so he just thought that made sense, obviously that one to represent us. And that's one thing I love about Pandora, is the fact that obviously it's to represent certain people, it's you know, have like memories and like shared memories, that kind of thing, so it's quite nice. But like I said, the nice thing about this one is I can actually take the charm off of that one and swap it out for any of my other Disney ones, and then obviously put them on the bracelet. So that was it from my friends. So the next one is actually what my mum got me. So again, not all of these are Disney, but I will start off with some of the Disney ones. So a while ago we actually went to this place called The Den. It's not somewhere we've been frequently, so I have actually spoken about it before, but it's basically almost like a car boot sale slash charity shop. So it's kind of like people just obviously have their own stalls there. So some people actually have their own so like companies there, so they actually, if they make stuff, or some people like this one particular person has like toys, so he just like sells loads of toys. So I have been slightly collecting these, so I do actually have a few dotted around. I don't have all the magazines to go with them, so most of these I actually found on eBay. So I was actually all like drawn to this one first. So this one is obviously a Melody from Little Mermaid 2, and I was obviously drawn to this one because I don't actually have a lot of stuff from the Little Mermaid 2 film. I think, to be honest, apart from having the DVD, I think I've only got the CD and that's it. So this was only £3, and I know on eBay when I bought stuff as before it's probably about £5. And then I actually got a Nakoma from oh, it does actually just say Disney doll. She was £3. So this is obviously Pocahontas' best friend. Again, don't see a lot of her, but I don't know if Disney are going to release anything else with her on there, because obviously it does tend to be more Pocahontas. So again, I thought it was quite nice to have that one. I saw some villains, so I've got Lady Tremaine, which again, I think she was £3.75. So again, I don't think I've got a lot of Lady Tremaine stuff. So again, she obviously should go in the villains bit. I may get her out for Halloween, because I'm trying to get more Halloween stuff that's obviously to do with the villains. I have noticed over the last couple of years they're starting to do more villain stuff, but it just depends on obviously what type it is to know whether I can actually put it around the house for that. And then the last villain I had was the Evil Queen from Snow White. Again, she was £3.75. But again, it's sort of things like this where I don't actually have a lot of things like this, but I just thought it'd be quite nice. Like I said, I do have a villains part in the shrine, I do have a villains part over there, but I just thought it was quite nice. Like I said, I was starting to collect these, but on eBay it's very difficult to kind of know what's on there because you have to wait for someone to sell it. But that's what I do sometimes say about the Facebook groups, which I always link down below in every video. So if there's anything you ever see in my videos and you can't find on eBay, that'd be the best place to go. So like I said, so again, these are stuff that my mum got me. So like I said, not all going to be Disney. And she knew I was actually looking for a trinket dish for my soap, so I was actually happy when she got me this one, because if you know me, I like my llamas as well. So I was actually really happy with this one, because I was thinking at the moment I don't have anywhere to put my soaps, because I'm trying to be more environmentally friendly by not having obviously like bottles and plastic, that kind of thing. So I did kind of want somewhere to put my soap. So I do actually have a body soap, and I also have a face soap, but I also have a hair soap as well. And I've actually just got like a little pot that I put them in. I'm thinking, okay, they're kind of like merging into one, so I kind of need somewhere to put them separately. So that's why when Mum gave me this one, I was like, oh, that's exactly what I wanted. So that was good. She did actually get me something from Lush. So this is a hand and body dream cream. So I don't often shop in Lush, but I do actually like some of their products, so it's nice to have stuff like that. But then I also have, it says like a shower steamer. So it just says, creates an aromatherapy steam experience in the shower. Please place me on your shower tray. So I'm excited to use that, because even though I have baths quite frequently, I do actually like to have a shower. Oh, and it smells so good. So I think even just having that out, it does actually smell really nice. But again, yeah, I don't know where a lot of this stuff came from, just because obviously she may have bought this in her travels. Another one she got me was another soap. I kind of joked to her, sensing a theme. I was like, right, you got me like shower soaps and body stuff. I'm like, are you trying to tell me something? So she was like, no, it's just coincidence, because obviously she knew that I liked stuff like this. Oh, one thing I did actually know was this one here, because she actually had to ask me when she went to a charity shop once, do you already had this? And I had to triple check the shrine, and I was like, no, I don't have this one, because I knew I had a beast one, but I was like, I don't think I've got this one. So I did actually have to double check the shrine before obviously replying back to her. So she did say it was out of the box, and I was like, that's fine, because it's like kind of cute to have anyway. But yes, that's a Funko Pop, but I can't think at the moment what number it is. It's just about, I knew that was something on my list. And then another thing she got, which I was actually surprised she actually found this, because I do actually have the live action Lion King of this and the live action Aladdin one of these, but I don't actually have the animated Lion King. So I was like, where did you get this? She's like, oh, I just found it like in a charity shop, that kind of thing. So because I know most of the ones I've got mine from is this place called I think it's like called Merch or something. It's a place in Salisbury. When we go to Salisbury, we tend to look in there, and they're normally about £5. Yeah, I know it's like merch something. So like I said, it's in Salisbury. If you just type in merch shop Salisbury, it'll come up. But like I said, yeah, so this one's quite good, because like I said, it's got the animated versions on there. And I was like, oh, I don't actually have this version. I've got the live action version. And then the last thing she got me was this mug here, which I thought someone had made this, because I was like, I've not seen this one before. And it just says hashtag it's lit, and obviously it's got Lumiere on there. It's actually got him on the other side as well. Again, she found this in a charity shop. But then on the bottom, it does actually say Disney, so it's actually authentic Disney. So it's not like someone's made it and then obviously given it to charity. And I was like, I've never seen this before. This is a bit too small for me to actually use as like a drinking mug, but if you know me, I do actually like using these as like containers to put like my makeup brushes in there, or my lipsticks, that kind of thing. So I will actually use this as something else. But it was just at the time when obviously she gave it to me, and I was like, it looks handmade, and she's like, yeah, I thought the same, but then it does actually say Disney on the bottom. So the last things I actually got are actually from my husband Reuben. Now some of this stuff I already knew I was getting, so I did actually say it in some of my other videos when I did hauls that I purposely bought some of the stuff because I know I wanted it, but I didn't want the pressure of Reuben having to have to buy it, because obviously we've had a lot going on with obviously the prices of like the house. Obviously our rent's gone up, obviously with like food and just bills and stuff like that, a lot of things have gone up, and I did actually have a little bit of money left over. So I said to him, I was like, oh, there's certain things that I would like, I don't mind buying it for myself and then you just re-gift it for me. So that's one thing that we had actually been doing throughout the year, is obviously I've been buying stuff for him to give back to me because I didn't want him to obviously have the pressure of buying me certain things. Now some of this stuff I didn't know, so like I said, when I was doing the treasure hunt, so some of it, like my genuine reaction was because I didn't realise I was getting it, whereas some of my reactions were, oh, I knew I was going to get it. So it wasn't like I didn't want to seem ungrateful, but it was just the fact that I was like, okay, I already knew I was going to get this, so it's kind of like I was more excited about the stuff I didn't know. So in no particular order, I'm just going to dive straight in. So like I said, so some of this stuff you may have already recognised in previous videos. So for example, this one actually came from Asda. So when I did an Asda haul or high street haul a couple months ago, this one was in there. Again, like I said, because it was a Little Mermaid themed birthday, so that's why I sort of said to Reuben, I was like, oh, I'm more looking for Little Mermaid stuff, because that's what I tend to find is when obviously they do a new live action, they always bring out the animated version in, like, you know, from back in the cartoons. And this was super cute. Like I really wanted this one, so I was like, okay, this is really cute. I should have brought another bag up here because I've got nowhere to put all of this stuff now. So we were in Plymouth back in February. We went to a toy shop because Reubens, because we were actually out with Reuben's family, like his two sisters and his niece. We were in a toy shop and I didn't even realise these existed in Disney form, because I knew they existed at once. Like I've seen like cute dogs and cute cats and like food and things like that, but I didn't know they existed in Disney form, because I remember seeing a Tramp one, but it was a bigger version, so they had like different versions of these toys, different characters, but then different sizes. And then obviously we did like a Google search. I'm like, oh my god, they do Lion King stuff. So I did say to Reuben, it's like, if you happen to find them in the smaller version. So I wasn't actually expecting him to get me all of them. So these actually, they call them it's Squishmallows, I think that's how you're saying it. So yeah, so this one, like I said, is a Simba one. So I don't know where he actually got this one originally, so I don't know if it was like an eBay thing or whether he just found it on a certain site, because unfortunately he's at work at the moment, so I can't obviously ask him. But this is kind of thing that I did actually ask for, because I think they were just so cute, and I was just like, okay, this is the size I wanted, because I said I didn't want the bigger ones, because eventually I did actually potentially want to put these around the house. So this was the Simba one, so I was really excited to get Simba. I then was really excited to get Nala, because I don't have a lot of Nala things. So saying that, I don't actually know if I've got enough to do a Nala video. I'm trying to think, have I already done one, or I might do that in like a future video for you guys, because I feel like at the moment I may have enough Nala stuff, because I think I've done a Nala and Simba video, so I might have enough to do actually a Nala one. So again, that's obviously the same size. But then if you know me, Scar is my favourite villain, so I was really excited to get this one. Again, I don't know whether Reuben got these all from the same person, whether the same seller. I'm not sure, like I said, whether a certain website he got them from, because like I said, we only saw them, I think it might be like Smith's Toys, or yeah, it's like a toy shop. I don't know if it was Smith's Toys, but I know we saw them somewhere where obviously they had other characters of these in different sizes. But I was like, no, I don't want the bigger size because they take up too much room. This is the size I wanted. But yeah, one thing I liked about this one is the fact that it does actually have like a little mohawk, and I thought it was really cute. Now Scar will potentially come out, obviously, like I said, for Halloween for the other ones, where I do feel like Nala and Sim, but I will obviously put around the house. Like I said, I'm struggling to find somewhere to put these. But yeah, like I said, it was one of those things that now I know things like this existed. I was like, what other characters are there? But like I said, Lion King was the main ones I wanted. Now this was another one that I knew I was going to get. I was in a shop, where was I think it was like B&M, I think it was. So either B&M or Home Bargains, because we were actually going out to get party stuff, like party supplies. And I thought, I'll just go down the toy aisle just to see what they had. So they actually had this one here, which is I think called Real Littles backpacks. So this was the Tinkerbell one, so I will open it up in like another video for you guys. I may do like a Tinkerbell video. And they had other characters as well. So they did have an Ursula one, which I was very tempted by. They did have a Sully one as well, which I thought was really cute. The only thing is, these were £10, so I was like, okay, I can only really afford to get one. I don't want to get too many. So I thought, oh, I get the Tinkerbell one, because I thought that was super cute to have. It does actually say on the back what's in there. So I'm trying to find the English version. Oh, so it says 1 toy backpack and 6 surprise toys. So it looks like you got a key ring, got a pen, it looks like you got little stamps and notes. It was just the fact that they had other characters that I would have liked. It's just the fact they were £10. I was like, okay, I can't really buy too many. That's why I thought I'd just get the one. But again, now I know these exist, I'm now curious as to what other ones there are. Oh, so another thing that I knew I was getting was this one here. So that's why I had to double check with Reuben when I opened it on camera. I was like, I can't remember what it is, because they actually called them fat quarters, and I was like, what is fat quarters? And now and when he said it, I remembered they're just basically like bits of material, which at the time, because I got this from the works, I think it was £3, and at the time I was like, oh, I don't have a lot of Encanto stuff, but the actual version of this is actually the cartoon version, because that's the version I prefer when it comes to the Encanto stuff. Same with Rapunzel and Frozen, I do actually prefer the cartoon version. And I remember Ruben saying, it's like, oh, you can use this when you make any of your ears, because if you know me, I do actually make some of my ears. It's good to make cushions, that kind of thing, to actually have more stuff around the house. So it'd be quite nice obviously to have this version, because obviously that's the version I prefer. But yeah, this is one of the things that I did actually buy for myself for Ruben to regift me, but at the time I forgot about it, and then I opened it and I was like, wait, what's fat quarters again? Another thing I knew I was getting, because again we were somewhere where they were selling some of these, was actually this one here, which is Moana. Now I don't actually have this version of Moana, whereas obviously she's playing with the sea, and obviously it's got the flower in there as well. I'm kind of glad it's out of the box, on the basis that for one, it was cheaper, and two, where I'm going to put it on the shrine, I don't think there's any room for the box. I'm kind of glad it's out of the box, though I have said there's certain ones that I've actually got for my birthday and in previous like Christmas, things like that, where one thing I want to do, which I will vlog about, is obviously organise around the house as well, because I want to get some of the stuff out of the box. So I feel like some things are actually quite nice that I feel like when it's in the box you don't really get the benefits of like obviously how it looks. So for me, I was like, okay, I was kind of glad it's out of the box, because then you can actually see it a bit better. Because the other one I wanted to do was actually this one here. So I was tempted to leave it in the box and obviously put it on the shrine with the new Little Mermaid stuff, because I do actually have some other ones that Ruben got me. But I was like, she looks so pretty, like I kind of feel like I want to get her out of the box, so I might keep the box in the shrine and have it facing this way so at least you can see it, but then actually take her out of the box and obviously put her around the house, because I just think she's so pretty. And I do actually, like I said, have some other ones I was going to do, so I was almost going to have like a shelf with pops on there out of the box. But yeah, so this is Ariel and Friends from the new live action Little Mermaid. I don't think I'll get any of the other ones, because I really like this one, because I do like Ariel in her mermaid form. I really love her tail. I think she's so pretty with her tail on there. But I think this one's quite nice because it does obviously have Scuttle, Sebastian, and also has Flounder on there as well. At the moment, the film hasn't come out, so I think it's the end of this month it actually comes out, so I think we're going to be watching it, because we've got the 2-for-1 tickets, so I think I'm going to be watching it more like June sort of time. But yeah, so it's one of the things that, okay, I'm really excited to watch it. I've seen so many trailers for it and it just looks like a pretty film, so I'm actually excited to watch it. But I knew I wanted live action Little Mermaid stuff to go in the shrine, so I feel like I've got to move this around, because at the moment I don't have any space on here as it is, but right at the very top I've got Cinderella, so I might move Cinderella somewhere else and then obviously have some more Little Mermaid live action up there. So nothing that I knew I was getting, because I actually again bought it for myself or Ruben to regift me. So again, this actually came from the works, but this is actually reduced down, so I'd actually had my eye on this for a while, I think since before Christmas, and it just, for me, it was more expensive. It's not something I'm going to colour, I just really like the pictures, so for me it was more a case of just having like the pictures in there as inspiration. I just thought they were just really pretty just to kind of have. Obviously I like this really sketchy look as well, so it's not something I will actually use to colour. It was more something I just really like the designs of them. This actually went down in the sale to £3, so that's when I saw it and I was like, right, can I get this? And then you just re-gift it to me. So again, in the vlog, it may seem like, not as if I was ungrateful, it might seem like, oh, well, she's not happy about certain presents. It's because I already knew I was getting them. So one thing I did actually ask from Reuben, which I think we may frame, is actually this one here, because I really like the scene from the trailer. So I'm not sure if this scene is actually in the movie, but I really liked it in the trailer. And I said to Reuben, I was like, oh, I'd love this as a poster. So they did have actually two versions of this. So one that actually had the writing on it to say Little Mermaid, and then this one I was like, no, I don't want any writing, I literally just want the poster. So again, we may frame this and then put it around the house, because we do actually have a Lion King one as well from when the live action movie came out. So I may actually put this with that one. I haven't decided yet because of the size of it. I kind of feel like I can put it other places, so I'm not 100% sure where I'm going to put that one yet. But that's one of the posters I said, okay, if there's anything you want to get me, it was basically the poster I wanted. There was a certain doll I wanted, which I'll show you, and there were certain books. So the doll I wanted was actually this one here. Again, I did actually buy this for myself to then Reuben to re-gift me. There is another one, a deluxe one, which Reuben said he may try and get me for Christmas, so then I can have both, because this one's going to stay in the box. I'm not going to take it out. It's like I say, really pretty again because of our tail, whereas the other one, because it's the deluxe one, I think there's more to it, so the actual look of it is a little bit more to it, like the actual fabric and design of it. I think it's a bit more, rather than being like the plastic version. So I feel like I'm going to keep this one in the box, but then the other one I feel like I may take out of the box because there's a bit more to it, because it's the deluxe one. So again, I think it was one we're in either B&M or Home Bargains. This was £20, but I have seen this in other places, so I think Smith's Toys did it as well. So this is one thing that was on my list, which Reuben was going to get me, but then I saw it and I was like, oh, I'll just get it for myself, and then like I said, he can re-gift it, because this is one of the things I did actually ask for, and I was like, okay, I really want this Mattel one, because I just thought she was so pretty. Again, I really like the tail of this one. Like I said, I'm going to keep her in the box. I just need to find a home for her. But yeah, so with that one, that was one of the things I did actually ask for, as well as these two books. So that's what I said to Reuben, I was like, if you're going to get me anything, these are the things that I really want. Anything else is a bonus. I didn't realize how big this one is. So obviously I saw these on Amazon, so it obviously came up as a pre-order, so luckily Reuben was actually able to get them for me for my birthday. But yeah, I wasn't actually expecting it to be this big, but it's so pretty. Like literally when I opened it, because obviously getting it from Amazon, it doesn't show you all the pictures inside, because there's one particular scene. Yeah, so like these, they're just so pretty. Like the actual drawing of that one is so nice, that obviously I just read it literally there and then. But this was definitely one that I wanted to put in the shrine, but I just didn't realize how nice looking it was, because on the website it more or less only showed like the front cover and then just like obviously what it was about. It didn't actually show the inner pictures, so I was like really happy to get this. But like I said, I just wasn't expecting it to be this big. I honestly thought it was a lot smaller, so I was surprised when I got that. And then this was the other thing I got, because with all the live action movies, I've always got the novelization for it, because I like to read the book before actually watching it. I think I'm chapter 16, so I didn't actually get through it all on my birthday because we had other stuff to do. So I'm pretty sure chapter 16 is where I'm at, which is, I don't have much more to go, so I'm almost near the end. Another thing I knew I was getting, again, I can't remember where I was. We may have been again in the range, could be the works, but I just saw this, and again to go with my Little Mermaid themed birthday, so I bought this for Ruben to give back to me. Something like this will obviously stay in the bathroom, because I do actually have, we've got a Batman one in there, but we also have some Christmas ones, so obviously when it comes to Christmas I'll take this one out. But I just thought it was really cute. Oh, actually no, I think it was denim. I think, yeah, as I said, it was a while since I actually got this, but I'm pretty sure it was actually denim, because I'm trying to remember where I was. Hey Cookie, Cookie's joined the chat. So yeah, so I think we're done, because again we were looking for stuff for my birthday, like any like party supplies, that kind of thing, but it was a while ago, and I think for some reason we were just down the bath aisle just having a look, and I saw this and I was like, right, I want this for my birthday. Cookie, what are you doing? Huh? Little sniffer dog? What are you doing? Right, so we are down to the last few things. So Reuben did actually get me quite a few pins. So a lot of these look like they actually came out, because they look quite vintage, they actually look like they came out like when the films came out, like in the 90s, apart from Aurora, because she's a bit older. So yeah, so when I was obviously doing the treasure hunt, Reuben obviously got me through these, and I said to him, I was like, oh, where'd you get these from? Thinking like eBay, that kind of thing, just because they have like a very like vintage look to them. And he was like, oh no, they're just new on the Disney Store. And I was like, oh, okay. So yeah, so these ones are actually fairly new on the Disney Store website. It does actually say DisneyPins.com, so I don't know if Disney Store, or yeah, I don't actually know if that's new to me, even though it does say Disney Store on the bag. But yeah, so when I saw these, I was like, oh yeah, they're quite nice, obviously, because Briar Rose is one of my favourite versions of Aurora, so that's quite good. And then you've also got Pocahontas as well. But like I said, they look like they came from the 90s. They just have that very vintage look. I don't know if it's just because it's on like cardboard. There's no like fancy stuff about it. There's nothing, I don't know. It's just nothing like, it's just on like a white cardboard. There some of the other ones you get where obviously it's got like pictures on them. It's obviously got like a floral bit. They're a little bit more detailed. So that's what made me think. I was like, oh, are they from the 90s? But another one I got is actually Jasmine here, which I really like this version. Cookie, stop chewing on stuff. I think you can smell the sweets and chocolates. Yeah, so again, this one's like a version of Jasmine I don't really have a lot of, so I was really happy to get that. Cookie, come on, get your head out. Anyways, yeah, so this is like a version of Jasmine I don't have a lot of, so that's why Reubens said that's why he got this one, which is her in a purple outfit. So again, I thought that was quite nice. And then everyone knows Belle is my favourite, so he said he had to get me this one because obviously not only is it Belle, but it's also her in her blue dress. Again, my favourite version of Belle. But yeah, like I said, I was really surprised to get these ones just because I thought, oh, maybe he went on eBay, and I thought they're really good condition if they're from eBay. And he was like, no, they're in the Disney store. But another one he got me, which I thought was super cute, was actually this Bernard and Bianca one. So this is actually from the Rescuers Down Under, and this is actually the scene where Bernard wants to propose to Bianca, so it's right at the beginning. Now this is actually really funny because if you know my birthday cake last year, he actually made me little figurines of Bernard and Bianca, because the cake toppers he does is obviously Disney, different Disney characters. Just checking Cookie. So I said for this year obviously was Sebastian, but last year he did actually do me Bernard and Bianca, so I just thought that was so cute to obviously have this on there as well. And again, I don't have a lot from the Rescuers or Rescuers Down Under, so again, this is kind of something I want to do more things of. It's just the fact that I don't know what exists, because obviously the film, especially Rescuers Down Under, came out like what in the 80s, so it's kind of like I don't know what's available for for him to like buy me or for me to get myself. Right, so the last one, which again I kind of knew because I'd hinted to Reuben that I wanted this one. I do actually have the Kida one and the Megara one. So the Kida one I bought myself, and then the Megara one Reuben actually bought me. And I remember saying to Reuben, like, oh, there was an Esmeralda one which I really wanted as well, but I missed out when it was obviously in the sale. I missed out on buying it, and I was on and on about getting it, but I got the Kida one instead. And so I said to Reuben, I was like, oh, I guess any place you can get it from is eBay. So kind of like hinting, but at the same time being like, oh, if it's over a certain price, don't get it, because obviously it's, you know, I don't want to spend too much. So we did actually get this from eBay. So I kind of knew I was getting this because when it arrived, I kind of knew the size of the box. So this is Esmeralda. So this is obviously part of the range they had a while ago. Like I said, if you've seen my vlogs, you know the other versions I got exactly the same as this. So I will vlog about us obviously putting this with the other girls, just because we actually put fairy lights in the middle so it makes them shine through. I didn't realise how pretty this was, so I'd only seen a photo, I think originally on the Disney store when I was like, so I'm an iron, but I got Kida instead, because again I thought Kida was more rare, so I thought, oh, out of the two I was like, okay, she's the more rare character, whereas I felt like Esmeralda is possibly making a comeback just because they are thinking about doing a live action film. So I thought, oh, the Esmeralda one won't be too difficult to get hold of. But like I said, I just didn't realise how pretty and how detailed she is. I love the fact she's got a little tambourine. I love the detail on here as well. So they actually brought this out for the 25th anniversary of The Hunchback coming out, and they all come with a certificate as well. So I didn't realise that. The only time I knew this is when Reuben got me the Megara one for Christmas. We had to open the box obviously to put the lights in, and then that's when I saw a certificate. And then I was like, wait, does the Kida one have one? And he was like, yeah, because they only make so many of these, so I know this one will have it in there. So these are actually, there's only so many in the world they make. And for me, I was like, I absolutely love that on the basis that it's nice to know that not everybody can get this. They're exclusive and limited edition, so it's one of the things that I'm actually really grateful to get this. But I know, even though I guessed I was getting this, I was still excited to get this. Like I said, just the fact that I'd not seen it in person, I'd not actually seen it properly to know what she actually looked like. I didn't realise obviously the detail of her to be like, okay, this is something that they've actually put more effort into, especially with the other ones as well. And yeah, like she would definitely stay in the box, but like I said, she will go pride and place in the front room with the other two. Oh, right, I think I finally got through this video. This is probably going to be over half an hour long, just on the basis that I've had to stop the camera at least once, because the camera only rolls for a certain amount of time before then obviously it then has to restart. If there's anything you want to see more in detail, then let me know, then I can obviously do a separate video for that, because if you know me, I do like to obviously do stuff that you guys request. So just in case there was like a certain character you want to see more of, or a certain film, obviously I can do that. And I think that's it. So yeah, so if you like these kind of videos, then please give me a big thumbs up, please like, subscribe and all that jazz, and I'll see you guys next time. Later days.